The kingdom of the gentle breath. In the heart of the Golden Valley, where the clouds looked like tufts of sheep's wool and the sun always felt like a warm hug, lived King Rowan and Queen Elora. Their palace was not made of cold stone, but carved into the side of a great ancient hill, covered in soft moss and blooming jasmine. The kingdom of the gentle breath Rowan was a king who walked barefoot. He believed that to lead a land, you had to feel its pulse beneath your feet. He was tall and sturdy like an old cedar tree, with a voice that sounded like the low rumble of a distant, friendly thunder. He didn't carry a sword. He carried a walking stick made of fallen willow, which he used to point out the beauty of a passing butterfly or a ripening apple. Queen Elora was as light as a summer breeze. She wore gowns woven from the silk of spiders, who gave their threads willingly, colored with the juice of wild berries. She had a gift for stillness. It was said that if Elora sat in a garden long enough, the deer would come to rest their heads in her lap, and the rabbits would fall asleep at her feet. The mystery of the wandering star. One evening, the sky turned a deep velvety indigo, but the stars did not appear. The moon sat lonely in the sky, looking pale and tired. Without the starlight, the flowers in the valley didn't know when to close, and the night owls felt lost in the dark. "The stars have forgotten their way," King Rowan whispered, looking upward. "They haven't forgotten," Elora replied softly. "They are just shy tonight. They need a reason to shine." The journey to the Sky Mirror Lake. The king and queen decided to help the stars find their glow. They walked together toward the Sky Mirror Lake, a pool of water so still and clear that it perfectly reflected the heavens. As they walked, they didn't hurry. They stopped to help a beetle that had flipped onto its back. They paused to straighten a drooping fern. Every movement they made was slow and deliberate, as if they were dancing with the night itself. When they reached the lake, the water was dark and silent. King Rowan sat on a flat, warm stone and began to hum a low, grounding note, the sound of the earth sleeping. Queen Elora began to sing a song without words, a melody that floated upward like the scent of night-blooming lilies. The soft awakening. Slowly, the surface of the lake began to shimmer. A tiny spark appeared in the water, and then another. It wasn't magic from a wand. It was the reflection of the first star finally peeking through the velvet sky. The stars saw the peace of the king and queen. They felt the safety of the valley. One by one, thousands of tiny lights blinked into existence, casting a soft silver glow over the hills. The moon began to glow with a rich, buttery yellow, looking satisfied and full. The sleep of the Land King. Rowan and Queen Elora stayed by the lake until the entire world was bathed in starlight. They watched as the Golden Valley tucked itself in. The heavy heads of the sunflowers bowed low. The river slowed to a gentle trickle. The king wrapped his cloak around the queen, and they leaned against each other. They weren't tired from work. They were heavy with the beautiful peace they had helped create. "The world is resting now," Rowan whispered. "And so shall we," Elora breathed. They walked back to their hill palace, their footsteps making no sound on the dewy grass. As they drifted into their own dreams, the stars kept watch, twinkling softly like a billion nightlights, ensuring that every creature in the kingdom and every person listening was safe, loved, and held in the quiet of the night. "The stars are bright, the air is cool, you are home,"